Hi everyone, welcome back to Yen's Kitchen at Home channel. Today, I'm sharing one of our weekly to-go dishes, stir-fried eggplant with green beans and pork mince. It's healthy, flavorful, and always hit on our dining table, especially with my husband. Here's are the key ingredients: eggplant, green bean, pork mince, and a magic homemade sauce. Starts by chop the eggplant into finger-sized pieces about 7 cm long. This size helps them cook evenly and soak up all the delicious sauce. Trim the ends of the green beans, then snap or cut them in half. These make them easier to eat and help them to cook more evenly. Pre-mix the magic homemade sauce. It's what brings everything together and gives the dish that rich and savory depth. These are the magic sauce ingredients. I'm using 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 teaspoon of raw sugar, 1 teaspoon of potato starch, and an extra 1 tablespoon of the soy sauce with 3 tablespoons of water. Mix all the ingredients in a small bowl and set aside. Just for a darker color, you can add a 1/4 teaspoon of dark soy sauce. First, add the green beans for blanching. This only needs about 30 seconds, just enough to brighten their color and slightly soften while keeping them nice and crunchy. Drain and set aside. Next, add the eggplant pieces. These take a little bit longer than green beans, so blanch them for about 2 to 3 minutes until just soften but still hold up their shape. Remove and drain well. Now heat a wok over a medium-high heat. Add a splash of oil and go in with the pork mince. Break it up with your spatula and cook it until it's brown and starting to crisp up. That texture is the key. Then add the minced garlic and stir fry for about 30 seconds, just until fragrant. This step brings out a beautiful aroma that lays the foundation for the whole dish. Once the pork is cooked, add in half tablespoon of spicy bean sauce. Cook it together with the mince until the oil starts to release from the pork. That's then when you know the flavor is really coming out. Stir it around and let it fry for a few seconds to release all that spicy umami goodness. Now add the blanched eggplant into the wok first, since it takes a little more time to soften fully. Give it a good toss until it's well coated with the pork and spicy bean sauce mixture. Next, add a little bit of water, just enough to keep the pan from drying out and help the flavor soak into the eggplant. Let it cook briefly so the eggplant absorbs all the delicious base. Then pour in the magic sauce we mixed earlier. Toss everything together until it's nicely coated. Now add in the red capsicum and give it a quick toast. Lastly, add the blanched green beans. We add them at the end to keep their crunchy bite. If you add them too early, they can become too soft, and we really want that nice contrast in texture. Stir well until the eggplant, minced pork, and green bean are all evenly coated in the rich, flavorful sauce. Then dish it out and get ready to enjoy. When you're plating it up, you will see how vibrant the colors are. The deep purple of the eggplant, the bright red capsicum, and the fresh green beans. I can already tell just by looking at it, this is going to be taste amazing. And don't worry if you don't eat pork. This recipe works beautifully with chicken mince or even beef. Feel free to make it your own. I kept the half of the dish in a clay pot because I needed to pick up my daughter. She has back-to-back activity classes tonight. We will enjoy our dinner together later after her classes finish. The other half I plated up for my husband and my son to eat first while we are out. My husband has to head off to his badminton game right after dinner, so this way everyone still gets a warm meal at the right time. I just did a quick test with my boy before leaving, just a little bite. Then I rushed out again to drop my girl off at her music lesson. Although it's a busy evening, but moments like this gather around a dish we all love, make it feel cozy and connected no matter how packed the schedule is. So that is for our recipe today. Stir-fried eggplant with green beans and pork mince, a comforting, flavorful dish that fits perfectly into our busy weeknight routine. Whether you are eating it fresh off the stove or saving some in a clay pot for later like I did today, it's a dish that brings everyone together, even if not at the exact same time. If you enjoy this recipe, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to Yen's Kitchen at Home for more easy home-style meal made with love. Click the bell icon so you won't miss our next family favorite dish. And I love to hear from you. Leave a comment below if you try this recipe, or let me know how you tweak this in your family. Chicken or beef or more spices or less, we all have our own version. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. See you next time in Yen's Kitchen at Home.